Hey everyone, and welcome to the second edition of the Vitality Weekly News Update. I'm Kyle Wickling from the Vita Lounge, and I'll be your host for the foreseeable future. Today, and every Friday until there's no news left, I'll be updating you on the PlayStation Vita news bits from the week, keeping you informed as to release dates, game announcements, and other important bits. I will not, however, be giving you all the information or all the bits of news, as that job belongs to the Vita Lounge. If you're looking for just the basics though, stay tuned, because here we go. Square Enix has announced that they're releasing a PlayStation Vita demo for Dragon Quest Heroes 2, The Twin Kings, and The Prophecy's End, which is already available in Japan. Hitting June 24th, the day this update goes live, the Vita demo will reportedly take you from the beginning of the game to your arrival at Zebion. As for those on the fence, I'll be posting a demo gameplay video here on the Loungeplay channel right after it releases, so keep an eye out. The latest visual novel from Chiyomaru Studio, Anonymous Code, is coming to PlayStation Vita this winter in Japan. First announced way back in March 2015, Anonymous Code is set in 2036 when the 2036 problem occurs, something akin to what everyone thought would happen on Y2K. Computers flip out, leading to the destruction of major cities around the world. Humanity cringes, and in the wake, another such problem is predicted for 2038. Uh-oh, right? In response, a supercomputer called Gaia, which is actually another name for the Earth by the way, is created, and then creates a new Earth as a simulation. This simulated Earth is used to study the possible consequences of the impending catastrophe, until those simulated persons then create their own simulator, leading to questions about the original Earth's existence. Taking place in 2037, the protagonist of the story is a hacker named Poron Takaoka, and he has an ability that allows him to save and load moments like a gamer would save and load video games. Imagine the possibilities. Anonymous Code comes to Japan this winter and has been confirmed for PlayStation Vita release. Next up, Berserk has been shown off and detailed throughout the week, with the first revelation being the Japanese release date of September 21st, and the latest being information about the game's setup. Apparently, as we'd heard, Berserk features Musu 1 vs 1000 style action gameplay, covered with a nice Berserk skin. It goes beyond that, however, as the game also includes bits from the story's Golden Age arc, all the way up to the end of the Millennium Falcom arc. It details how the protagonist Guts starts his story all the way up to where he gets his comrades in arms. Basically, Berserk puts the world of the manga in the palm of your hands with PlayStation Vita, sharing intense scenes reproduced via the anime movie and 3D models. Who doesn't want that? We also received some good news for those already familiar with the series' movie, as the bulk of the main characters included in the game will be retaining the voice actors from the movie and upcoming anime. Also, interactions between the members of the Band of Hawk that weren't in the movie will be included in the mix, giving those who know the story something new to look out for. Berserk, tentative title, is due out September 21st in Japan, with a Western release planned but not yet detailed. Oh, and did I mention there's a bunch of new screenshots and a new in-engine trailer to check out on the site? That too. Neo Atlas 1469, the latest simulation game from Art Inc., has been revealed in the latest issue of Weekly Famitsu. The game is set in Europe during the Age of Discovery, a point in history where the appearance of the world itself was still unclear. You play as a Portuguese merchant who will carry out trade while exploring, gathering information via talks with other explorers. Stories you're told by other people may include that of large monsters and other mythical beings, so you'll have to decide what you deem trustworthy or suspicious based on the content. Once you have heard these tales, you'll need to create a map using the stories that you deem trustworthy, a tutorial available to help you along. Neo Atlas 1469 is due to release in Japan on October 27th. Koei Tecmo and the latest issue of Famitsu have revealed that Dynasty Warriors Ikatsudon will be available to try before you buy as a Japanese demo. As for what this demo will include, it looks like we're getting 5 scenarios to play through, alongside a peek at the weapon upgrade system and forging mechanics. Data from a cleared run of the demo will be able to be carried over to the full game when it releases, so you're going to want to play it all the way through. Dynasty Warriors Ikatsudon releases August 3rd in Japan, with a demo coming soon. Yacht Club Games has announced a limited physical run of Shovel Knight for the PlayStation Vita, and we've got all the details you need to get a copy. Shipping in early October, the Fangamer released limited print of Shovel Knight for PlayStation Vita will come with a physical copy of the game and a 42-page full-color instruction manual. It'll be the same version of the game as the digital release on PlayStation Vita, so saves, trophies, and other data can be carried over with ease. Region-free and limited in quantity, you'll want to grab one while you can, right? Well, good news, as they're only $24.99 and available for pre-order on Fangamer's website, a link available on the post on our site. Check it out. Next up, the Australian Government Classification Board has struck again, this time striking down the classification of the upcoming Idea Factory International localized dungeon crawler MyQ Labyrinth of Death. As with all of these censorship type issues, which I'd consider this to be, I like to give it to you straight and clear, so here's the official word from IFI, cut down to just the important bits. Quote, unfortunately, the Australian Government Classification Board, AGCB, has chosen not to rate our upcoming PlayStation Vita title, MyQ Labyrinth of Death, due to an interactive touch system on the character menu. As a result, MyQ Labyrinth of Death will not release for this region. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience this may cause Australian fans. End quote. MyQ Labyrinth of Death is still set to release in the West, however, likely due to our ratings boards not being as strict. As for Australians, and by extension New Zealanders who use their rating board, it looks like it's going to be import or bust. Sorry guys. Midboss has announced a release date for the Vita version of mystery adventure title 2064 Read-Only Memories. But first, let's recap just what ROM is all about. Players will find themselves in Neo San Francisco, nearly half a century into the future and right smack in the middle of a mystery. Someone has kidnapped the creator of your adorable robot friend Turing, and the only way you can find out what happened is to investigate. Featuring 29 people in its voiceover bits, largely rewritten dialogue, revamped puzzles, new character animations, and profile boxes, 2064 Read-Only Memories is coming to Vita with cross-buy on August 16th. It'll be priced at $19.99 in North America and will sport a 10% discount at launch. The latest entry into the One Piece gaming library, Burning Blood, released to strong reviews, with Charlie commenting that it's a, quote, good fighting game that will appeal to fans of the anime, while still being simple enough for newcomers to pick up and play, end quote. Now Bandai Namco have announced they will be introducing 3 new playable characters to the mix, and better still, they will be added as free DLC. But what 3 will be added? Well, the developer wants the players to decide who will join the fray, with the choices being Arlong, Caesar Clown, Cavendish, Kobe, Diamante, Don Krieg, Kaku, Kuro, Magellan, Monkey D. Garp, Nefeltari, Vivi, Rebecca, Rob Lucci, Senor Pink, Tashigi, Treble, and Virgo. The top 3 most voted for characters will be added as DLC within the next few months. To have your say, check the post on the Vita Lounge for a link to the newly launched website where voting has begun. That's all for the news recap, but before I go, it's time for a rundown of the week's newly released trailers, the following games having either a trailer or new footage released since I last updated you. 2064 Read-Only Memories, Akiba's Beat, Berserk, Dynasty Warriors Ikatsudon, Exile's End, Fate Extella the Umbral Star, One Piece Burning Blood, Psychopath's Mandatory Happiness, Tukiden 2, Uppers, Yomawari Night Alone, Zero Escape 3, Zero Time Dilemma, and more. So those are the headlines for the week, and I hope I've caught you up properly. Make sure to check back here next week for another new update of Vitality. Check the Vita Lounge for the full stories and all the bits I didn't cover. And of course, have a great week of Vita gaming.